This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes in life we're faced with tough decisions and the path forward isn't always clear. Whether you're dealing with decisions around career, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/IDK today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/IDK. Penises, vaginas, which one's more important and why? Probably equal amount of importance. Maybe you could argue the vagina's more important because things come out of it like children, but hello everyone. Another podcast.
To be continued.
Yeah. Which one's more important? Which one would you say to human life is more important, the penis or vagina?
Vagina, because artificial insemination.
Yeah.
You could just chop off all the penises but still get the sperm, but you still need a womb.
I think he's right.
I guess you could do it.
No, but that's a womb.
No,
the vagina's not holding. Where do you think the baby's being held? In the vagina?
Well, it's the opening. It's all in there. Come on. Vagina, womb, tomato, tomato.
I'd say they're both.
Join the conversation online.
Look, he's a scientist, so he knows.
No, I'm
Would
not,
you rather have too many vaginas or too many penises?
What, you mean for storage?
I feel like having too many penises would be like wearing fringe. It's a little bit fun. Like swinging
Tassels?
around.
No, we're not being silly here. We're not having like 15 of the things. Like,
Well, how many's too many?
We're dead serious.
I've never thought there were any too many pieces.
Would you rather have 3 penises? They're all sitting next to each other.
Oh, okay.
Right? Or 3 vaginas all sitting next to each other?
Probably vagina. 3 penises would really get in the way.
It's
Not
lumpy.
mine.
It would be lumpy for sure.
Mine would all nuzzle into each other like a couple of cats sleeping in front of a fire.
Yeah.
Do you have to have 3 periods if you have 3 vaginas? Because that's a lot to deal with.
They could all come at once. The periods.
That's a lot of period in one for one person to deal with.
No pad or anything like that. You just stick a trough under you for a week.
All right, vaginas.
It's like an oil pan for an old car.
My wife had her period. I think I can say that. She's not going to get upset by me mentioning it. She has them.
She has them.
I think she'll be okay with that, yeah.
Yeah, she had them.
Functional.
She had one the other day. And so she decided to make that an informative thing to teach my son about periods.
Oh.
Big chat. Glad I didn't have to do it.
I taught my nephew about it.
Yeah. Sat him down and said, this is what happens, that's what happens. And then it's like very clearly an incident that happened to my wife when she was in high school. And if a girl has a period and you notice from behind, be a gentleman. Maybe offer to give you your jumper or sweater to tie around her waist.
That's good advice.
Until she gets there. And don't be like Lachlan Mills from my school.
And don't call him Daisy, baby.
Yeah. Don't start yelling out bloody Daisy across the schoolyard. She doesn't appreciate it. There was clearly something that had gone on. It was a very definite incident that he's been advised to do.
How did he take it?
The same way I'd still take him now.
Okay.
Why? No, he didn't. No, he was all right. He's okay. He
has some empathy.
He has some empathy. No, when I was a kid, I wouldn't have been as good about the period. And my wife said there'll be a day where you see a woman and she'll be bleeding through her pants or something like that. And if there's that, I go, I haven't seen it yet. Why would he?
It's never happened to me.
Never happened to me.
Me either.
I think I mean either. I think my wife, she just doesn't know they're coming.
That was the first thing when I got my driver's license. I was so excited.
You got your period?
No, but my mom said, "Here's what you got. You got your driver's license. Go get me some cigarettes and tampons." And I was like 16, and I remember having to do that. I was like, "This is what I'm gonna have to do a lot." I just realized is buy tampons.
That's a good name for a chapter of your book.
Cigarettes and tampons.
Go get me some cigarettes and tampons.
You are currently in Australia shooting the second season. How's it going?
It's good. The Australians, I tell you what, doing this game show in Australia is just the contestants. They surprise me every day with their intelligence, their empathy, and their love. And I look forward to seeing you more.
Okay. JimJefferies.com.
It was so genuine. It was so genuine sounding. Nobody knew what to do with it.
And moving on.
Yeah, go to jimjefferies.com. You got a bunch of upcoming dates when you get back to the States. Or you're going to be in the States and Canada, both, doing lots of shows, entertaining thousands and thousands of people. And we have a live podcast August 29th at
looking
Flappers.
forward to that.
That's coming up soon.
Come out to that.
Come out to that. Come far and wide. Or if you live in the area, it's probably easier. But
Yeah.
Come far and wide. That's a chapter in my book.
There's an airport right in Burbank. You can fly in, see the podcast, get some Bill's Burgers.
World empanada.
Flappy's Pizza.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's meet our guest.
All right, please welcome our guest, Nick Charlie Key.
G'day, Charlie Key, which actually sounds like a thing that I used to do in alleyways. Charlie's a euphemism.
That's great,
for
thank you.
cocaine,
It's
and
good to
then
be
a
here.
key bump, and that's
I
all.
didn't know
okay,
that.
So the Charlie Key would be a real English thing. You can come and do Charlie Key with me, son. Now it's time to play.
Yes, though. Yes, though. Yes, though. Judging a book by its cover.
His name is Nick Charlie Key.
Yeah, the Nick doesn't mean what you're stealing coke from someone who's doing a
Well,
key
I'm
bump.
just
It all works.
telling you his name, so you
I
don't have to call
fucking
him
nicked
Charlie
the
Key.
Charlie Key, didn't I, mate? I nicked it.
All right, go on then, son.
All right, here we go. So, Charlie, I suspect that you're South African.
Very much so. Born and bred, Cape Town boy,
That's
Southern
because
Hemisphere.
I just assume because your room looks like the cell that Mandela stayed in.
It's honestly about the same size.
His name is Nick.
So,
Yeah, his name's Nick.
You keep saying Charlie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie.
dude,
I'm sorry, mate.
you call me whatever you want, bro. It's up to you.
So Nick from Cape Town. I know about Cape Town. I've been to Cape Town before. Very lovely. You go see the Dassies on Table Mountain. I've had a good time.
Oh, you
best,
said-
best calamari I've ever had. Hands down.
That is good. Our
uh,
calamari is fresh.
Oh God,
Fresh off the
it's
sea.
bloody
And
hell.
you'll be glad to know I'm actually married to an Australian citizen. So
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that type of crossbreeding. A New Zealander and Australian getting together. What does that produce? Like a New Zealander?
I don't know. She's also half Italian, so there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Oh, an Australian Italian. They're worse than American Italians.
What are they like? I'll tell her you said so.
Yeah, they're fiery. Watch out. All right. So Nick from South Africa. South Africa is next to the water. Is it something to do with water?
It's not to do with water.
Has it got?
unfortunately.
Don't help
Although
me.
it is used in it.
Oh, it is used. Are we going to do the music of Rodriguez?
Ooh, that's a very niche fact for you to know, but no, it's not.
Jack Perot.
What?
Jack Perot?
Jack Perot.
Is that the
Oh no,
artist that South
Jack
Africa?
Jack Parrow.
Jack Perot.
Jack Sparrow. The group from. Are we going to do them? Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow.
No, but that's even more niche. That's
Oh.
incredible that you know that.
I know South Africa. Don't you worry about that.
Jim, this is something that if you weren't a comedian, you might be able to train to become.
Yeah, you're like an amateur at this point. in your
Yeah.
life.
You already are an amateur pro at this.
Oh, is this masturbating in people's gardens?
There we go. That's why they brought me on.
When did it first happen?
King of garden wanks.
You do need water.
Where did
The only way
masturbating
to
in
kill the
gardens
evidence
originate?
in a pool with chlorine.
I thought you meant to stay hydrated.
No,
This is something like, okay, if you go on a first date, I mean, you're married, but when you went on first dates, you might have been conscious of not.
You tried to hide this aspect of yourself.
Yeah.
Oh. I try to. Is it the mangina?
Like you could be a pro at this, probably.
I could be a pro at
You're so
Yep.
Awkward.
fast at this.
Awkward.
Fast at doing this.
You're so fast.
Oh, eating. Oh, professional eating. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could compete.
Yeah.
I could compete.
We're talking-
I tell you what. Anytime we want a food challenge, like with Jack, like we've talked about it for years, just bring him in, Jack.
Well,
I didn't do it last time I did one.
Not till I. Oh, what one did you do then?
The one chip challenge.
I also
No. I need quantity. I don't do heat.
I did just order tacos for us, but I knew that you wouldn't want to do a challenge right now because you're
I'm
trying
fast.
to get
I'm
in shape.
fasting. I'm trying to get in
We'll do
shape
it
for the
another
game
time.
show. I'm trying to
But
lose
Jack
weight.
and I will compete.
We'll do it.
But I will challenge you to my height in Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
As many In-N-Out burgers as you want.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to do a hot dog challenge because it's not
Nah.
too cliche. And the other people, I want to be able to break a record.
Yeah.
That no one else has.
Fair. Yeah. So we're talking about the history of competitive eating.
I'd be good.
with
Fat Sal's opens.
History of Competitive Eating with Nick Charlie Key. He is a podcaster, filmmaker, and cookbook author. In his younger years, he was a high school history teacher in South Africa. And now he hosts The Fantastic History of Food, a podcast where he tells bizarre stories from history involving food. His podcast, you can find it everywhere that you listen to podcasts, The Fantastic History of Food. And his Instagram is Food History Pod. How did you get into this world, Nick Charlie Key?
Well, I mean, if you look at my bio, it kind of explains all of the melding of everything together. So I love podcasting. I love food. I've got a cookbook, and I used to teach history. So it's like, let's do a podcast about food history. It kind of came all together. But I didn't want to just do like boring history, because I know from being a teacher, the kids don't really listen, or people don't really take it in if it's just boring history. So I wanted to try and find the more bizarre twists on history that would really ignite the senses. And competitive eating was one of the big topics that we covered in the show, and a lot to talk about.
I'd like to do a fast food podcast. I've thought about that, where you just eat a different fast food and then you just talk about it the whole time.
Just rate it.
I like that idea.
Yeah, you just go, what fast food you brought in today? We've got some chicken or whatever. It's crispy. It's that gets the conversation started.
You could do it on the road too, because there's like those weird those regional places. that we
go to Peter's.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to record it like in your car.
That's a podcast I would be very... I would like to do a fast food podcast, but I don't know if it'd be
Not
good
video,
for
though.
That's the new Patreon.
No, I think video for that's all right, because then you're just like, fuck it.
It's going to be all over your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just get more disgusting as it goes
Yeah,
on.
if you gain weight, it's for your profession, so people can't really talk
you
shit.
can only podcast once a week, and it wouldn't be like you were overeating, but you would have to have a full-size meal of something from
I think
somewhere.
you do it seasonally. That way you don't have to do it every week. You do like, I'm going to do 20 episodes and take a break.
20 episodes.
All right. Nick, I'm going to ask Jim a series of questions about competitive eating, and at the end of him answering them, you're going to grade him as accuracy, 0 through 10. 10 is the best.
Yeah.
Kelly's going to grade him on confidence. I'm going to grade him on et cetera. We'll add 3 of those scores together. 21 through 30 hot dogs. I think that's the standard, right?
Nathan's is the company
11.
that use. Say Nathan's hot dogs. I'll make it more official.
11 through 20 jalapeno poppers.
No one wants to bloody do
I think
those.
they've done. I looked these up.
I
People
know,
did 'em.
they're filled with cream cheese, and they're very good, the popper, but,
0 through 10 peeps. There's a peeps champion.
Peeps are shit.
Terrible.
Anyone who eats Peeps is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I agree.
Fucking-
Peeps are
Peeps are
disgusting.
gross American candy.
I'm with you. I don't know who eats them. Yeah.
Dog shit.
All right, let's start.
Put my peeps away.
Who is widely regarded as the first modern day competitive eater? The first modern day competitive eater.
He's got a name. The guy that's the world record player that's been held the most titles is the Michael Jordan. It's called like Johnny Woodchuck or something like that. Johnny Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
So he's the first modern day competitive. Okay.
Joey Chestnut's the king.
In what country did the practice of competitive eating originate?
You see, you would think that, okay, so Coney Island with the hot dogs is where they have the big hot dog competition. You would think that maybe that's the place. But there seems to be a lot of Asian people who are excellent at competitive eating. But then I always think that competitive eating also has to do with fast food. So I will say America, but I will give an honorable mention to Japan.
Okay.
All right.
What was the name of the first major eating contest held in the United States, and what year was it?
The first major one.
Yeah.
I would say it would be the Nathan's Hot Dogs Coney Island Hot Dog Eating Championship. It's on the 4th of July. They do this, and I'm going to say that happened for the first time. We came back from the war. Everyone was happy. We wanted to have new adventures. I'm going to say 1947.
And the record for the most hot dogs at Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. Do you know it wasn't how many hot dogs?
Joey Chestnut.
Do you know how many?
And Joey Chestnut would have devoured 96 hot dogs.
I think it's 77. I'm going to guess 77.
77.
Yeah, but he had a couple afterwards on a film.
That's true.
Still hungry.
Just casually.
Yeah.
Still hungry.
What is the term used to describe a competitive eater who trains their stomach to expand?
What do you call yourself first? I thought about that joke for so long, and then I thought I might hurt his feelings, and then I didn't.
What?
So you're all right.
You've said many jokes like that in there.
I know, but that one was the most hurtful.
I don't think it was. The one where he said I should disappear. That was deforestation.
Deforestation. That's not my fault. That was a fucking laid up on a silver platter.
What is the world record for the most hamburgers eaten in 3 minutes?
Oh, I would have broken that.
Yeah.
They just haven't fucking logged me in.
You gotta log yourself in.
Okay. First of all, I'll eat 2 in double doubles in under 3 minutes. That's just if I'm not competing.
Okay, yeah.
If I'm just hanging out.
Just like if you're not paying attention.
So 2
you'll
for
just
you,
get
but
eaten.
what's the world record for the most eaten in 3 minutes? 8. Which city hosts the World Hamburger Eating Championships?
Hamburg, Germany.
Okay.
I like it.
Checks out. The International Federation of Competitive Eating, IFOCE, changed its name to what?
Fatty Boomba.
Fatty Boomba Association.
Fatty Boomba Association.
Yeah, FBA.
Boomba.
It's more memorable.
Do you guys use the term Fatty Boomba in this country?
I know the term, yeah.
What's Fatty Boomba?
I've heard
Fatty
it.
Boomba. This is something you say to fat people when you're bullying. It's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't
We have it here in South Africa too.
Yeah,
But we call
yeah.
it fatty bum baddies.
Fatty Boomba. and you go like this, you go Fatty Boomba, Boomba, Fatty Boomba. Like you can put a bit of stuff into it. And it's because they walk along Boomba, Boomba. Like that. Fatty Boomba.
Who is considered the
You
greatest...
never said that.
I've never heard that.
Fatty Boom Sticks is a variation you can say. Fatty Boom Sticks.
Yeah.
She's like a bigger body with skinny legs.
Yeah, Fatty Boom Sticks.
Who is considered the greatest competitive eater of all time?
My mum, God bless her. She's been away for 4 years, and several fast food chains in our neighbourhood has shut down.
I know.
The fairy bread stocks in Australia have gone like you wouldn't want to pay. I've lost my mind.
Sorry.
Because now you have to explain fairy bread. This is a long
Fairy bread's good.
We've talked about it on air.
Yeah, but do you have fairy bread in your country?
I don't know what that is.
It's where you put hundreds and thousands on buttered bread.
Sprinkles.
Oh,
Sprinkles.
yeah. I don't know what we call it here.
In
but
South Africa,
definitely
it could be
not
called
fairy
not
bread.
homosexual bread.
Yeah. You talked about on
You
the
know us
bread,
too well.
the bread episode. We talked about.
Don't look at that man with the funny wrist bread.
What is the technique called where competitive eaters soak bread or buns in water to make it easier to consume?
To shove it down your gullet.
Yeah, there's a technique that's something it's called
Soak and drop.
soak and drop. Which
sounds good.
food establishment is known for hosting the World Rib Eating Championship?
Ooh, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby. Chili's, we host the competition.
Chili's.
Chili's, yeah, why
When-
not?
I like it.
When did the first woman win the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest? I mean, if you know her name as well.
I don't know. Has Joey gone to the other side?
No, at some point.
Is it Jessica Chestnut?
At some point, a woman won it, and then do you know when it was? And her name?
A woman won the world eating So this is going to sound very sexist, and that's not my way. But I will say that I don't know if that's an attractive thing.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think she's...
I don't think for men or women it's attractive.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
attractive for
it's
either way.
no,
I'm never
yeah.
watching it like that. That guy's
I've
really
seen
handsome.
you eat, and I've never been less horny.
Turned on. Yeah.
Especially when it's especially when it's hot dogs. I think as a man, it's just quite an aggressive image.
You just slide them down.
I'll tell you what eating competition I think is complete and utter bullshit is, and they do it a lot, is chicken wings. There's so many ways that you can leave a little bit of meat, no one's going to pull you up.
There must be a judge or something.
And then at the
Too
end-
much meat.
Yeah, and also I'm just a flats guy. I don't want drums.
Yeah.
So Jessica Chestnut's your answer?
Jessica Chestnut.
What year?
Yeah, Jessica Chestnut. I've
2026.
done some chestnuts in me day, Kelly. Oh. Hey, on my own chest.
Oh,
And others.
impressive.
Jessica Chestnut. 1987.
What is the nickname of the competitive eater Takuro Kobayashi?
You nailed the Japan thing. it
Yeah,
sounds
the
like.
Japanese are mad for it, and they're really thin guys. It's not like they bring out a couple of sumo wrestlers. These are thin people who fucking just like they do something and stretch their. They're very good.
Kobayashi. I remember this guy. Yeah,
yeah,
He has a nickname.
Kobayashi.
Do you know it?
He's the Pat Rafter of eating.
Pat Rafter.
Pat Rafter.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I don't want to like. Is would it be deemed to be slightly? If I said it wrong, could I?
I don't know the name.
Could I get in trouble?
I don't know the name.
Like his name's not like.
You're saying you can't get in trouble, Kelly? You know?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
No, he's not like.
No, I don't think you get in trouble. It's definitely something that's like a Japanese origin, but it's not an offensive Japanese word.
So it's not.
Oh.
It's not the King of Pearl Harbor or anything like that. It's nothing like that.
It's a weatherish
Cut that
element.
one out, Jack. Cut that one out. Cut the
Yeah,
King of Pearl
yeah.
Harbor out. No, it didn't get a big enough laugh for.
I laugh. Hey, I'm Japanese.
I was
It's
looking
fine.
something up, I
It's
didn't hear you.
fine.
Oh, the Japanese guy liked it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back in.
Yeah, we're good.
We were trying to figure out what it was.
And Pearl Harbor did happen.
Okay.
It did.
All right, we'll go with that.
It's an act of Mother Nature.
Oh, the hurricane.
Okay.
That famous
The
Japanese
tornado.
word, hurricane.
Oh, this is worse. If I go tsunami, if I said that, tsunami's not a very nice thing to say.
I mean,
Okay.
it's the right answer. So.
There is a Guinness World Record for eating the most of this vegetable with what utensil in 1 minute?
The Guinness Book of Records for eating baked beans with a toothpick. And I don't know what the amount is, but I'm a big baked beans fan and I've used toothpicks. This is right in my wheelhouse. Next question.
Name as many foods that have competitions as you can. Like, so you got hot dogs.
Hot dogs, wings, baked beans with toothpicks,
Yeah.
hamburgers, ribs, which I think anything with bone shouldn't be done. We shouldn't be having seen carcasses afterwards.
I agree. I agree
It
with
should
that.
just be like chicken tenders would be a good one.
Yeah.
Don't know if it has it. Now, are we counting food eating competitions that you can have in restaurants? Because then we're talking into the thousands.
No, these are official.
Because me and Jack one day we're going to do the Fat Sal's together just for his birthday or something. I'm going to take him down to the Fat Sal's.
As mandated by the Fatty Boomba Association.
As mandated, there's 12 registered, and there's applicants out the wazoo every year. Me and Forrest once did a eating competition of some pancakes in Hawaii
Didn't go
that
well.
I still feel like vomiting.
Yeah, that was
Too much pancakes.
How many pancakes?
Well, they were.
They can't be lifted.
Yeah.
They had to be brought on a trolley.
There's
They
three
were-
of them, like
three
about-
of them that
about this
big,
wide.
that
Yeah.
big, stacked on top, and then you have different toppings. And mine was covered in
It was,
coconut and
it
syrup
was
and glaze.
glazed in vanilla and the coconut. And
were good.
I finished like a quarter and I had to get on a plane. You were staying there a lot longer. And I was
finished his?
the plane ride was not good home. I was just like, oh.
There was large Hawaiian men that were looking at us like we were maniacs.
On the way out, remember we
was
looked
one
at the
bloke.
wall. We looked at the wall. The people had done it, and there was a woman that couldn't have been more than 90 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
That was just on the wall, like,
Whoa.
you're like, yeah.
I know that one. That
was
one will
not
do
good.
you in. What was the name of that place? The pancakes.
I don't remember, but the pancakes were
I'll look
good.
up Pancake Challenge Hawaii.
What is a term used to describe a competition in which participants eat as much as they can within a specified time limit? So there's a name for that.
Oh well, that's a time-sensitive competition.
Which city in the United States is known for its annual pierogi festival and pierogi eating contest?
Which city in the United
Could do that one.
States is known for pierogies? Now,
As a festival, and there's an eating
yeah,
contest.
yeah. I'm going to say Cleveland. Cleveland had a big after the war had a big German influxation. I know pierogies aren't German, but then also
What is a pierogi?
a pierogi? Oh my God, South Africans, what are they like?
We don't get them here.
Polish.
Pierogies are like Polish or Eastern European, but it's mostly Polish, an Eastern European dumpling. So you might have potato or cheese in the middle, but they're very good. But they're like a dumpling, like an Asian dumpling, but filled with like more like sausage or cheese or what. It's a European dumpling.
I found the pancake place.
A little bit
delicious.
thicker. The actual coating, the pasta is a little bit thicker in a pierogi. Yeah, what's the place?
It's called Mac 24/7.
That's the one, Mac
Oh, yeah,
24/7.
Mac.
5 pounds of pancake.
Yeah.
It's
It's a lot of pancake.
14-inch pancakes.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, I told you they're that.
And 90 minutes. You have to do it in 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. There was a time.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it over the course of a day.
I did a
The
quarter.
Griddle Cafe does that here.
It's tapped out. Well, you're not in Hawaii. It's better in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Just
Just
saying.
What-
fresh coconut, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is a prize traditionally awarded to the winner of Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest?
A defibrillator.
Free stomach pumping.
What is the record for the longest continuously running eating contest in the United States?
It's me and my brother.
Yeah, in the United States.
Well, I tell you what. So me and my brother. I got two brothers. I've mentioned this before. I got one brother who he likes food. You know, he's into food, but he's not a pig. And then I've got my other brother who'll be upset when he hears it. But me and him share a pig gene. And our mother had the gene and all that type of stuff. And occasionally I'll just send him photos of fast food and stuff like that. And he goes, "Oh, that looks good." That's our relationship. One time I just sent him the menu from Fat Sal's. He'd never been. I just out of nowhere just sent him the menu from Fat Sal's.
Wait, which brother?
Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Danny's got the fat man gene.
Yeah.
He's thinner than me, but
Yeah.
he's got the fat man gene. Like he can lose it at any moment if
Yeah.
he's given a week.
Yeah.
Right. And so Danny, I sent him the menu from Fat Sal's, and he just had have back? And he went, I'd get the fat Jerry.
That's the right pick.
This is a man who knows things. This is a man who
My brother and I have that connection.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. We have that connection. We fat man it up every
Yeah.
now and again. We just look at each other and go, what have you eaten? Okay, there's a new place that does blah, blah, blah. And then, every time I go back to Australia, he's got some fast food that's just opened up that I have to try.
I told you Burger King has the Coke Spiders now.
They do not, Forrest.
Yeah.
No. Forrest told me, one of my favorite things is a Coke Spider from
I've
McDonald's.
had
in
it.
Australia.
It's right next to my house.
Your one might, but I went to the one that was on Hollywood,
Yeah.
right?
Not with those liberals. They're not
Yeah,
gonna have it.
I went to the one on Hollywood. I went through the drive-through and I went, I'll have a frozen Coke Spider, please.
You can't say spider.
And then they went, what? I said, like a float? And then I was like, can I have soft serve in the top of the thing? And they said, that's not on our menu. And in the end, I was so set on having it. I was like, can I buy soft serve in a cup and a frozen Coke? And I had to mix it in myself like a fucking animal.
tragic.
Like an animal.
Go to the one. It's on Van Nuys and in between the 101 and Magnolia. Right there.
It's
That's not far for you.
I'll do it. But what I'm saying is
100% it's there.
What I'm saying is it's not site wide.
I don't know why.
It's not. They haven't done it in all the restaurants.
I'm going to bring you one. In what year did the first World Eating Championship take place? What year?
What year? I said the year, didn't I? 1947.
Okay. Which fast food chain started the phenomenon of competitive eating challenges in the 1980s?
What fast food chain? I'll say Nathan's.
In 2005, Kobayashi and Sonia Thomas faced off in a legendary showdown in a hamburger eating contest hosted by which Major League Baseball team?
The Mets.
Mets. Okay. Nick,
I don't know anything about American teams, but it would be from the one state that I would imagine it would have been from.
All right, I'll do some South African questions for our friend here. So how much biltong has been eaten in the smallest amount of time?
What's biltong?
You can answer the question.
First
of all, what's biltong? I'm going to do a very small version of I don't know about that with you. Our subject today is biltong. Forrest, first of all, what is biltong?
Biltong is it's like tongue from a certain animal. I'm going to say from buffalo. It's tongue of a buffalo.
Biltong.
Yeah, but it's South African, so they biltong.
Biltong.
Yeah, it's a
Biltong's
tongue.
good.
Tongue.
Biltong.
Biltong.
Buffalo tongue.
Okay, and how much has been eaten in an hour?
By who?
By anybody?
Oh, lots. It's all
Lots.
they eat. Yeah.
Okay, biltong is like the national dish of South Africa. I don't know if you say the national dish, but it's very popular in South Africa, and it's basically jerky. But it's not like just like how we got here. We've got this jerky and that. It's slightly softer than normal jerky over here. But it's not just like you'll have springbok jerky, emu, ostrich jerky. Like there's fucking animals you haven't even fucking heard of, and they have it at the movie cinemas that I went to. You know how you go pick your candy and you put it into fucking a little bit of that, and then you put it on the scale, and I'll have a little bit of that. They had a biltong wall at this fucking cinema just for all the South Africans to come up and go, I'll get my bag of dried out meat for the movies.
It smells good in there, huh? Going to the movie theater, it just smells like farts.
Are you mad for biltong?
I don't even know why you need me on the show, man. You seem to know more about this place than I do. I love biltong.
Yeah, he loves biltong. Loves that shit, man.
Is there tongue in it? Did I get a point?
You could probably get biltong.
No, dude.
tongue.
It's just like meat. I make it at home. I make it myself.
It's good.
I like biltong tongue.
You knew what
It's
biltong
super
was?
easy to make. It's like
I
you
got
just
one
get
of
like
those in South Africa.
get like a big thing of beef, and then you just put some spice on it and let it to dry.
Put it in the
Pretty
sun.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Big fan of therapy. I use therapy. I don't know where I'd be without therapy. And I'm at the moment right now, I am in Australia. I am not in America. I'm filming TV in Australia. And guess what? I can't get to my therapist here in America. So I'm doing therapy online myself with the help of BetterHelp. It does help. Think of all the times in your life when you've talked to someone and your shoulders have felt lighter. Mm-hmm. How many times you've said something out loud and then the truth has set you free or you feel better. Sometimes we're faced with crossroads in life, and when we don't know which path to take, maybe you're thinking about career change or feeling like your relationship needs some TLC. Whatever it is, therapy can help you map out your future and trust yourself to find the way forward. Kelly, you're a therapy folk. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I think as somebody who was really resistant to therapy initially, like that, you're right. When you talk out loud about something, sometimes it even becomes more clear to you. So therapy has been so huge for me, and I don't like leaving the house if I don't have to. So online therapy is awesome.
I quit one therapist maybe 10 years ago because I was just so depressed I couldn't get there.
Sometimes it's hard.
I just couldn't get there and park the car and sit in the office and stuff like that. I only had to do things if they were like necessary to my career or something like that. That's the only way I could get things done, and I deemed this not to be necessary, and I plunged further down. All right, if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable to your schedule. Just fill in a brief questionnaire and get matched up with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/IDK today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/IDK.
All right, getting back to competitive eating, Nick, how did Jim do on his knowledge of it, 0 through 10? 10 is the best.
Oh, geez. I mean, if we're going for like pure accuracy, it would be low. But I feel like he came so close on a lot of them. So I'm gonna give him a solid 6.
Yeah.
All right.
Your category was accuracy, but okay, we'll let 6. We'll accept 6. All right.
I'm just such a nice guy.
A lot of spirited answers, yeah.
Confidence, Kelly, how do you do?
The confidence that he could be a professional competitive eater was a 10. So that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
I'll give you 100. I know you want to do this, Jim.
I could do it.
I think you could. I
believe-
believe in you. Who is widely regarded as the first modern day competitive eater? Is it Joey Chestnut?
It was Kobayashi.
Okay. That's who I remember it as. Is he still around?
Yeah,
he shouldn't be.
He's still around.
Like, if anyone deserves to be dead, if I go to a doctor one more time, you got to change your diet. If Kobayashi's still rocking around, get the fuck out of here.
In what country did the practice of competitive eating originate? Jim says Coney Island with the hot dogs. Honorable mention to Japan.
It is the United States.
Of course it is. Where else is it going to be?
Of course it is.
It seems like we're gluttonous.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be in a country that. Well, I guess there are people that.
I've the only time I ever saw it was on TV from America. I've never seen it in Australia. I haven't lived in Australia for 20 years, but I never remember going into Australia and there being something on the menu. If you finish it, you get a T-shirt or something like that. That's an American thing.
Yeah, and I remember like pie eating contests when I was younger. Like it wasn't. I don't remember on TV, but I remember it'd be like at a fair or some shit.
Every fair has a pie eating contest.
I do remember one contest. There was a prawn festival near Newcastle, Australia, and I went there because I love prawns. And my parents we had their family friends there. We're going to the prawn festival. I just remember this like there's going to just be handing us prawns in the street.
Yeah.
It's going to be like prawn heaven. And there was like a whole lot of people sitting on a bench peeling and eating the prawns. But one of my earlier memories of food eating competitions is watching it on Malcolm in the Middle when they do a kielbasa sausage eating competition, and the mum fucking canes it down and she eats a whole lot of sausage really, really quickly at a fair. And I remember them sitting on the bench and I'm like, Americans are fucked, man.
Shrimp eating or prawn eating sounds horrible. Fast. Would be.
You know it's good? No, because you have to peel.
Oh yeah.
Your peeling skills come into place.
Yep.
Hand-eye coordination comes into play with the prawn eating.
Yeah.
It's athletic at this point.
Yeah.
What is the name of the first major eating?
Prawns. Sorry, just to go back on that. I don't know, do you know? A friend of mine is Australian. Has a great story about the nickname prawn for a woman. It's pretty rude, but I don't know if you know it.
I said it on one of my specials.
yeah. That's special. That was the beginning of this.
I did. It's a joke that all Australians have. I go. What was the thing? I go. I started off by going the
masks.
you know who's going to miss the mask? Women with good bodies and shit faces. In Australia, we call them prawns because you keep the body and you throw the head away.
Yeah. You did say in the special, you go, it's not my joke.
I go, that's not my joke. That's not my joke. That's
a national joke.
It's a national joke that we all do.
My gift from me to you.
Yeah.
The name of the first major eating contest held in the United States, is it Nathan's Hot Dogs in 1947?
It's Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest in 1916.
1916.
After the First World War.
Well, during the middle of the First
During
World
the
War.
First World War.
For support for the troops.
The nation spirits need to be picked up.
Yeah. What is this
And
face you're doing?
also, how do they telecast that? That just would have been on tape. In every city, there'd be one bloke with a bit of tape like this. He's eating 4 more hot dogs, 7 more hot dogs, hot dogs. One contestant is falling off.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as good. Well, you'd have to go to it live. Otherwise, you just read about it.
They might film it and put in like newsreels.
Well, do you actually want to know how that one started?
Sure, yeah, of course.
So that was actually between 3 Italian men who did it to try to prove which of them was the most American. So,
Really?
It's only 3. Was there a crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they drew a crowd, but it was originally just this like
awesome.
a wager between the 3 of them who were having an argument about which of them as immigrants was now the most American. So,
I have mentioned this before, but when I went to Italy, I got an Americano pizza and it had sliced hot dogs and French fries on it, and I was like, "Wow, this
Was it
is
good?
insulting."
I
The pizza
awesome.
was good.
I want to
I
get
bet
it.
it was awesome.
I want it.
I think,
I used to, yeah, man, yeah, I'd eat that.
yeah, in that movie, The Green Book, they do that at the beginning there too. Remember, that's like one of the first things. The Viggo Mortensen's character's in a diner and he has like eating contest or something comes up. It must be an Italian American thing. Like, you gotta eat this stuff.
Thank you, Italian Americans, for everything
What
you've
did
done.
they? What was the record on that day? 10?
I don't know.
dude, I don't have that offhand, but it wasn't much. I guarantee it's not as much as the current record. It's probably about 10 or 15.
Yeah, I think it's funny they drew a crowd. They're like, people are like, look at these guys. What are these guys doing? These guys are crazy. I remember me and my friend did it. We were drunk one time at a Denny's. This just occurred to me. And we got the nachos at Denny's. And we both decided to see how fast we could eat them. And we were just right by the front door, just shoving our mouth. We didn't win anything. So I get this. I get these Italian guys. That's what I'm saying. Who holds the record for consuming the most hot dogs at Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest? How many hot dogs? Is it Joey Chestnut, and is it 77?
Oof, it's Joey Chestnut, and it's 76.
Wow, Jack, you suck, bro. 70. And how long is
Easy
it?
way to remember it, Jack.
Is there a
It's one
time
less
limit on
than
that one?
77.
Yeah.
There is. Can you guess what the time was that he did it in?
Yeah, I don't remember the time.
Oh, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Ooh, that's a good.
That's right. That's right.
5 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Wow.
So that's 7.7 hot dogs a minute. Get the fuck out.
But isn't that is terribly bad? Like they have to vomit afterwards. How long do they have to keep them in their body for?
Until the time limit. They can do whatever they want afterwards, but there's a cutoff point.
And do they vomit, or do they just go, I'm going to have a big shit tomorrow?
I don't think these guys vomit. No, they keep it down. I think if you're not like one of the like food athletes, I think you probably do chunder.
And do you reckon that, like, okay, so what's your big competitive eating sport? What are you good at? What's your food of choice?
Dude, for a guy, I'm not. So my thing is that I'm not a competitive eater. I just enjoy food history. But for me, I am 6'7", so I can pack it away. But surprisingly, I can't eat a lot in one sitting, but I can eat a lot of sittings, if that makes sense.
Yes. But okay,
What would be your food?
well, my theory is, does Joey Chestnut on a day off ever have a hot dog?
I doubt it.
No, he probably can't look at it.
You reckon he's the 4th of July party? He's not just like,
Because if he did that, people would be like, look, he's eating one.
yeah, but he
sensibly.
never gets them with toppings or even condiments.
Yeah.
Like,
I like him naked, Jim.
yeah, no one likes them naked. That was Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt on your
Or
show.
I like him plain, Jim.
I like them plain.
What would be your food that you could do then, Jim? That you would enter a contest?
I would excel at hamburgers. I reckon pizza I could go pretty hard. But
let's see. What is the world record for most hamburgers eaten in 3 minutes? Jim says 8.
It's 12.
Right,
It's
but
12.
how big are these? Are they double patties? Have they got condiments on them? Do you have salads? Are there onions? Because that all
No,
plays
these are regular
into
ones. But this was Kobayashi as well. So
And it's 12 in 3 minutes.
Like
it's not as many as I thought.
because I could do 12 White Castles.
Yeah, those are. I don't think. I'm imagining
in
it's
3 minutes.
I'm imagining it's closer to just like a single. I don't know if it has cheese. It says hamburger, and I think it's just a single with the buns. Probably no toppings, because on the hot dogs they don't have toppings. They just got to get them down. But it's that much harder to eat a hamburger, huh? Well, I guess it's 3 minutes. So if it was 10, times 3, 20. It still would be
I
like
think they said they were like, I'm trying to remember what the size was, like 14 ounces. I don't work in ounces. Is that big?
I could lobster roll.
yeah, that is big. That's like
sounds huge.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
It's almost a
actually.
pound.
14 ounces is a huge burger. Even if it's cooked down, it would be like the size. That'd be like a big fat burger.
That would
So
be
that-
hard
that
to
makes
do.
more
Quarter pounder,
sense.
right?
Yeah, no, 14,
No.
he's saying
Okay,
14
I
ounces.
don't know.
That's almost a pound.
16 ounces is a pound. So 14
What? That's
ounces.
a fucking massive burger.
Yeah. So now that makes it more impressive. Eight
That's
of
very
those burgers,
impressive. 2 would be impressive.
I had to get
Don't quote me on that, guys.
Was that it?
Yeah. What is the term used to describe a competitive eater who trains their stomach to expand? Jim said, what do you call Forrest? Hurtful.
Yeah. What do you call yourself?
Just fofo.
Fofo.
There's a few terms. I think the more called a trencher man.
Trencher?
trench.
Trencher man. Is that because he has to shit over a big trench? Because he fills up the other
Yeah.
one.
That's exactly it.
I once ate so much lobster. This is a real rich person problem.
Uh-huh.
Right? I once ate so many lobster rolls that my shit came out pink,
Whoa.
like lobster color.
That's cool.
I was like, that's that's a lot of protein coming out of me.
There you go. I'm doing well.
Yeah. That's you could cook that shit again, it would still be tasty. That's how much lobster was in it.
So trencher is the name?
Yeah, like a trencher man. Yeah.
Trencher
Yeah,
man.
okay.
It's a person who eats in a specified manner, typically heartily.
By the way, I looked up this burger thing to see how big they were. Now, they also said Kobayashi holds it for the Crystal Burgers,
Yeah, Crystal.
which
That's
is
like
the very
same as White
tiny
Castle,
burgers,
yeah.
very tiny. But he did 97 of those in 8 minutes.
Well, the Crystal burgers, yeah, but
Yeah, they're really tiny burgers.
Yeah, but they're almost like when you hold them in your hand, they feel like they're very close to being blended.
Yeah.
Like the bun's wet and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't bite, it just falls apart.
Remember for your birthday show in Vegas, I got you the Crave,
Yeah, he brought the White
not
Castle.
the Crave. Is it the Crave
Crave
Crates, the
cake.
100 one?
Yeah.
And we maybe made it through 20. Like I ate
I-
basically an entire box.
I'll tell you a story. So this is way back. This is before Hank was born. Me and Forrest were on the road, and there was a girl that I'd met and I'd flirted with the whole time. And it was like, hey, yeah, okay. Like I was thought, oh, I'm in here, and then it just didn't play out, right? And then I was like, all right, good night, nice meeting you. And then we were parked in White Castle getting.
I think it was Crystal.
Well, it doesn't matter.
The
It
little
was
burgers, yeah.
Whatever. Let's say it was Crystal. It doesn't matter. But White Castle or Crystal, ordering a box of 100 burgers. It was only 4 of us in the car. And then the girl who I was going to have the one night stand with,
100 burgers.
texted me back and said, I'm in the lobby of your hotel room. And I'm like, oh no, we're waiting for these burgers. Right? So there was like the promise of sex versus the promise of 100 burgers in a box. And it was like one of the biggest dilemmas I've had in my life. But we came
Which
back.
box did you go with?
We went, we got the 100 burgers, we came back, and then I'd already eaten like 6 in the car, and I was like, hey, ready to go, how you going?
Yeah, and then most of them came back to my room.
Yeah.
And I was just there with
Stank
all
it
these
up.
fucking burgers. And
Yeah.
I must have eaten like 30 over the course of 4 hours. I was like, why get these out of here? Why are there so many in here? Trencher.
I don't like, because I think I told that girl, all right, we're going anyway. Here we're going up to another bar, so it's nice meeting ya.
Yeah, we're party.
Yeah, where was the party?
Fucking
And
party.
I was acting like I was cool. I had some other big plans to do. Go to White Castle. And I was in White Castle ordering 100 burgers in a box.
Remember that White Castle in the French Quarter, too? There's one like right in the end of it. There was one time in New Orleans.
That's one of the most dangerous places on earth.
That White Castle there.
That White Castle.
They should have a reality show
in
there.
the French castle. That one, you gotta keep your wits about you. There's fucking drunks and junkies walking in there, and everyone's partying.
No, well, we were there like probably 1 a.m. and nobody. It was a scene in there. It was like
I tell you, when I record, I've told this story before, but it's always fun. When I recorded my HBO special, afterwards I was like, I went out and partied with a few of the production people and stuff like that, and I got too drunk, and so I went out to McDonald's and I asked for, I wanted a 9 box of nuggets because they come in 6s, 6, 9, and 20. No, I wanted a 20 box. I wanted 20 nuggets in a box, a whole lot of sauces,
Yeah.
right? But they don't have 20 boxes in America.
But you say 20 bucks.
They
the way
have
you said
20
it,
now.
But back then, the 20 bucks wasn't in America, right?
Also, the way you say it is not 20 bucks.
And so can I have a 20 bucks nuggets like this, right? And I was so drunk that they gave me 26 boxes of nuggets. 20 like that. And I just had these 2 bags, and I didn't even question. I just picked them up like I was carrying. It's like I was carrying groceries that a baguette should be sticking out the top of. And I was wandering down the street with my 26 boxes. 26 boxes.
20 boxes of 6 nuggets.
20 boxes.
120 nuggets.
Yeah, 120 nuggets. They said, "What sauce?" I said, "Give me a bit of everything." So there was another like bag full of sauce, like just a little McDonald's bag full of sauces. And I carried them back, and I got back to my room. It was before it wasn't until I got back to my room that I was like, "This is a lot of." And also, I was so drunk that it was like, "And that's $98, please." And I was like, "What the fuck? These American McDonald's is expensive." And then I was in this big penthouse suite in New York that HBO gave me, and I woke up just fucking surrounded by nuggets, just all over the bed. It's like hero to zero.
Party. Which city hosts the World Hamburger Eating Championship? Is it Hamburg, Germany?
Should be.
It is Las Vegas, Nevada.
Is it the Heart Attack Cafe? I wonder if that's the place.
I don't know where it is, but I mean I know that place, and I don't think it is there. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did their own one at some point.
That place. I don't know. Is that still open?
Yeah, it is.
They're losing customers daily. They get new ones.
Some people have had heart attacks there. They say, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to go next time.
That's the place where you weigh yourself. And
I've
then,
had people have heart attacks at shows and stuff like that. It's always interesting. But I had one the other day we were doing the 1% Club, so we have 100 contestants. And there was this bloke, and everyone, like, whenever they stop, if someone puts their hand up and goes, "Can we go to the bathroom?" I'm always like, "Oh no, it's gonna," because that takes up our day, right? And we're trying to film the whole thing, and we have scheduled piss breaks. I'm like, "Please try to hold it," you know what I mean? As much as you can. And people, I'm bursting, I'm sorry, like this, right? And we had a piss break, and then we came back, and this old bloke put up his hand, and I was very close to going, "Are you fucking kidding me? We just had a piss break, right? We got to keep rolling." But he put up his hand. I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "I think I'm having a heart attack." And I'm like, all right. This is medic. You know what I mean? Like, this is past my pay grade. Like, what am I meant to do? Talk you fucking through it? Like, yeah. I think he was okay. I think he actually just had a bit of an indigestion.
or a panic attack.
Yeah.
Okay. The heart attack, it's not at the Heart Attack Grill, but they do have a food challenge that includes the quadruple bypass burger challenge, loaded with 4 half-pound beef burgers. So check it out.
I think we could do that.
Yeah.
There's a guy on YouTube called Beard Meets Food who's just done that. He's like a competitive eater. He just did a stop doing that quadruple bypass challenge at the Heart Attack Cafe.
Does it look hard?
He struggled. I mean, this is his job. And if you don't get it, they like spank you. It's pretty weird.
There should always be a punishment if you don't.
You got to
finish.
pay for it.
Yeah. Usually
No, it's gotta hurt more than that.
It's good to sweat it out. You know, you're getting spanked.
The International Federation of Competitive Eating, IFOCE, changed its name to what? Is it the Fatty Boomba Association? It should be.
Surprisingly close, but no. It took a very American twist on anything to do with official sports and became Major League Eating.
So the MLE.
The MLE.
MLE.
Yeah, that's better than IFOCE.
How do we join?
MLE sports.
Yeah, they should have a video game,
You
esports.
should have a fantasy league.
Or a video game. You just keep pressing the buttons and you got to do them in a certain code. Who's considered the greatest competitive eater of all time? Is it Jim's mom?
No, it's Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, it's Joey Chestnut. I mean, it really could be. I think this one's a bit open to interpretation, but the internet seems to agree it's Joey Chestnut.
Plus, he's got a good name for it.
And isn't there? Okay, we'll get to the woman once. What is the technique called when a competitive eater soak bread or buns in water to make them easier to consume? Soak and drop? Is that the term?
It's close. It's just dunking. I mean, it's not that fancy.
I think soak and drop is a
Yeah,
good yeah. You've come up with another
better
one.
name.
Yeah, and the soak and drops continue. It's gross. That should be cheating, by the way. You shouldn't be able to soak.
Well,
it.
the main reason that I wouldn't enter a American hot dog competition is the bread's no good. So
That's the only reason.
yeah. If you find me nice buns, I'm there.
You would you should do it anyways. Do you have to qualify to get into that 4th of July one?
Okay, there are only 2 ways. Okay, first I'll tell you how I like my hot dog. I like to have those deep fried French's onions just put on top of it. Bit of cheese as well. Those crunchy onions, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I sometimes just do that with mayonnaise and the hot dog. Or I just do, if I'm in like Vienna, just mustard and that really nice sausage. But if I'm at home, those hot dog toasters that you sell, those bullshit things, they're a fucking wonder.
Oh, the ones that were in like the Sky Mall and stuff.
They're wonderful. You put a dog down like that, the bun on either side. Fucking hell, they're fantastic. Or the other way to do it, I don't like them barbecued, just in the microwave. Just fucking throw
That's
a
how
bun
I
in a
am
thing
growing
in a
up.
microwave.
40 seconds in the microwave.
And they're fucking belter.
Yeah.
They come out great. They're a great microwave food. The bun's all soggy. That's when the bread's at its best, microwaved.
Here's one in Vegas you could do. It's the Monster Burrito Challenge. It's 2.78 kilograms.
Yeah, I can do that.
Stuffed with steak, pico de gallo, onions, green chili, cheddar cheese, and you have to eat it in 20 minutes.
Read the Fat Sows, because the Fat Sows is ridiculous.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, you can pull it up.
The
there.
Fat Sows is like, well,
It's a lot.
no one can
No,
do
I don't think anyone's done it.
You can do it. Yeah,
You
no
get a
one,
sandwich named after you. Yeah,
No.
you had to because there's a couple sandwiches named after people.
I think
the
they
ba-
did it as teams.
The banh mi one, I think, was a woman that. Yeah.
Do you think her name was Banh Mi?
No, that's that banh mi one. It was a woman that, not her name. I know what a banh mi is.
Yeah, but what's it called?
I don't know.
Fat Jerry.
The Fat Sows.
I think it's called the Fat Banh Mi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her name wasn't Banh Mi.
So this
She didn't
one-
get a name.
Or no, she got to design it or
Oh.
something. I think. Yeah.
It's 9 pounds.
Yeah. 9 pounds, first of all. Ridiculous.
9 pound sub.
Let me pull it up on the website. I'll
Okay.
explain it.
And you have to do it in a certain amount of time, right? You have to pay for it,
Yep. Current menu.
of course, because then just people will be doing it. All right. While we're doing that, what food establishment is known for hosting the World Rib Eating Championship? Is it Chili's?
It's a place I've never heard of, actually, but it's called Sparks Steakhouse in New York City.
Never heard of that either.
Never heard of him.
Don't know it.
They're just trying to get in that hot dog shit. And the first woman to win the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest is it Jessica Chestnut in '87.
Jesse check.
I really wish it was. It's a woman called Sonia Thomas, and she did it in 2011.
She's tiny, right? That's the woman I'm remembering that was tiny.
Yeah,
And she has the stomach
yeah,
expansion
she's a
thing.
toothpick.
Yeah. I don't know how how are they're so tiny.
Are you allowed to take performance-enhancing drugs in the competition?
Weed?
Yeah.
Weed would be it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that would.
Or-
Like that would literally...
That could change. That changes the game.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
that is
Yeah.
that. This is the only sport
You can
where
become a
weed
bottomless
is
pit,
is
yeah.
a performance-enhancing drug.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I got the challenge.
All right, here we go.
It's 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
40 minutes. It's one giant sandwich with all this on it: cheesesteak, cheeseburgers, pastrami, chicken fingers, bacon, mozzarella stick, fried eggs, jalapeno poppers, fries, onion rings, chili,
Jesus
marinara,
Christ.
fat sauce, 27-inch garlic hero.
That sounds horrible.
and,
Give us a look. If you got a picture of
and
it.
how much does it weigh?
10
No,
pounds.
10 pounds.
And what's the prize?
10 pounds.
It's a winner.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole arm.
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
arm.
yeah, yeah. It's
Like
it's
not,
a
with-
li-
not,
it's
not just up to your elbow, up to your shoulder.
yeah, it's the length of your arm, and it looks good.
Yeah.
Well, what do you win? What's the prize?
The respect of
it
others.
says it right up there.
What do you mean? What do you
Free
win?
meal, picture in Wall of Fame.
What do you mean
Get to
free
create
meal?
a fat sandwich.
What do you mean? The feeling that you've made a difference.
And you have to give him a 24-hour notice.
Okay.
It feels like whatever that is just going to come out the same, looking exactly the same.
Yeah.
way as it
27
went in.
inches.
What is the nickname of the competitive eater Kobayashi? We got all the way from Pat Raff to her Tsunami. His name's Tsunami?
It is the tsunami. The tsunami.
The Tsunami. That doesn't seem like the right name for a competitive eater because you should be bringing stuff in.
Yeah, it'd be like
Yeah.
the sinkhole or
Yeah,
something.
Like the whale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whale is good.
Sinkhole's good.
Sinkhole wouldn't be Japanese
Bottomless
enough,
pit.
Yeah. What's the mountain there?
The Temple of Doom.
Mount Fuji.
Fuji.
Yeah. I don't know if that works.
No.
Fuji. Oh,
Fuji.
surely Mount
Yeah,
Fuji.
Mount Fuji.
Food Ninja.
Yeah, let's write
That's
them.
good.
That's
They're
a
all good.
blender.
I feel like as nice as this is, 5 white people are all trying to nickname a Japanese fella.
Maybe we just let him have tsunami.
I feel like it's probably not our place to say.
All I know is my dad's loving it right now.
I mean,
I mean, your dad would have an opinion. What do
Yeah.
you reckon he would call him?
I don't know, probably something worse than us.
yeah.
Phone him.
Yeah, okay.
I'll call him up.
I'm South African. I don't really think I should be speaking.
Have you ever met Barbara and Lottie?
Barbara and Lottie.
You don't know Barbara?
Don't know who that is, but I imagine you'll tell me.
I know Barbara. Barbara is a very nice woman from South Africa. She's a lovely lady, and she always says the word shame all the time.
This is character that
That's
Jim and his
true.
brother.
That's a very South Africanism.
This-
I'm also
Shame.
very intrigued to know what accent are you trying to do?
We thought this was genuine.
Yeah.
This is a character Jim does and his brother.
A South African being rude. I am shocked.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm from South Africa.
I'm doing New
Oh,
Zealand.
score me a loose
That's New Zealand. Oh no! Oh no! The South
no.
African person's getting angry at me, bro.
Oh,
I don't like that.
man,
oh,
yeah, Taika.
Oh,
Taika's
this
a
is
good one
what's
for that,
going to
yeah.
happen. Bloody South Africans. I'm joking. I like South Africa.
Leonardo DiCaprio in Blood Diamond was hard for us to sit through. I'll tell you that much.
Really? Well, apartheid was hard for me to sit through. So let's call it even.
Damn it! Damn it!
There's a couple of countries on earth, that and Germany, where you go, well,
yeah.
what about this?
Yeah, got nothing to say. Nothing to say.
Guinness World Record for eating the most of this vegetable with what utensil in 1 minute. Is it baked beans with a toothpick, or is that?
It's peas with a toothpick, but it's so close.
Did you
Check-
know that, Jim? Because
Check
Isn't it peas with chopsticks?
No, check baked beans with a toothpick, because there's definitely a record. Because you just said what food with a record and a thing. You didn't stipulate.
I just said vegetable with a utensil, so there could be. Baked.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe there's multiple.
Okay,
Most baked beans eaten in 3 minutes with a cocktail stick is 178.
which is a toothpick.
And it was achieved by David Rush in
And
Boise,
you,
Idaho.
You can only do one at a time. I've seen it.
Damn.
And how many was it?
178.
Yeah. He pierced his lip about 14 times.
It's covered in blood.
What was the other one what you mentioned, Nick? Was peas?
Mm-hmm.
Peas.
Peas.
No, but baked beans.
I mean, there must be loads.
Well, I think that
Yeah.
I think that a baked bean is easier to pick up with a cocktail stick than a pea.
Softer,
It is really hard.
yeah. But that's when it gets silly, when you're like, it could be, because technically, there's probably not a world record for eating some sort of like sriracha or something, and I could just like that.
Sriracha, you can't buy sriracha anymore. It's off the shelves.
Why?
I have the Trader
There's
Joe's
a huge.
version.
He was getting sued by his farmers, and there's a lawsuit and all that type of stuff because the chilies weren't coming through. So he started to outsource. He used to have chili farmers here in California. Then he outsourced to Mexico.
Whoa.
And then the people in California. There's a whole court case going on, and sriracha stopped production. There's no sriracha on the shelves right now. How are we living?
I don't know.
They have a Trader Joe's knockoff. It's not as good. What is a term used to describe a competition in which participants eat as much as they can within a specified time limit?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing that I could find in my research that had like a defined meaning for this.
Oh, okay.
I think we should come up with one.
Probably
Say,
just-
I don't know about that. That's what you always say.
What did I call it? Time sensitive.
Time-sensitive competition.
Yeah. I think we can come up with something
Why
better
not?
than that. Yeah. A timey. Huh?
Crunch down.
Crunch down?
Crunch down.
Crunch
Good
time.
one.
Did you just come up with that, Aaron? Yeah. Oh, God. I thought you
Good
looked it
one.
up.
Crunch
down. Going to Crunch Town on Grunch Town. On Grunch Town. What is a prize traditionally awarded to the winner of Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest? Is it a defibrillator? The golden defibrillator.
Oh, it's the mustard yellow belt.
Oh, there's a belt.
Now let's do
I
the
gotta look it
debate.
up.
Now, do you believe that ketchup should be allowed in a hot dog? This upsets people
I mean, not
immensely.
just
in America.
regular eating.
Yeah.
I'm all about, yeah, dude.
I love
We
ketchup
don't
on
call
a
it
hot dog.
ketchup here, though. It's just tomato sauce, man. Tomato sauce and mustard. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
okay, because no, the Americans don't believe. A lot of Americans don't believe, including Obama, who's very passionate about that. He said he shouldn't have.
He's Chicago guy.
Well, yeah,
that's
it's a Chicago
I
specific
think it's a Chicago thing. Because I
But
like.
I'm from
ketchup- I like
Chicago and I like
mustard.
ketchup.
I like ketchup and mustard, but I'm fine just with mustard as well.
Me too.
But this big debate opens up, and then you go to Vienna, which is the home of sausages, long before America ever fucking
Best
thought
sausages
of best
I've ever
sausages in the
had.
world.
Yeah.
And they give you the ketchup option.
Yeah.
They don't, and not because you're American. They're not all mustard.
That's true. They did.
They did, yeah.
But it's not American. It's just Chicago has their
Chicago.
specific Chicago
When I-
dog, and so it's
Stupid
considered
Chicago.
blasphemy to have ketchup on it.
When I
But-
just went to Chicago, I tried the Chicago dog because he said it was terrible. There's too much shit on it. And you're right. It's just all
Poppy
fell off.
seeds.
I hate
just
Yeah,
the poppy
but
seeds
It's
alone.
horrible. And
Yeah,
my
it
dad
doesn't-
also agrees. He goes, "This doesn't make any fucking
There's
sense."
like chunks of pickles and then tomato slices.
It's not even a
on
chunk.
there.
It's a slice of a pickle.
A
It's
slice of
stupid.
a thing. Like it doesn't. The dog should be the thing you bite into, and the other thing should be loose objects that will just fall into your mouth.
Yeah.
Like sliced up onions and grated cheese and all
Not
that
a
type
giant
of stuff, right?
slice of tomato and like a pepper.
Yeah.
with
It's fucking
with the
dumb.
The
nub
proportions
still
are all
on it.
off.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Chicago dogs are dumb.
Yeah.
Chili cheese dogs are a difficult eat as well.
Anything with chili on it. Chili burgers, stupid.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I like
Well,
the idea. It never turns out well.
There's
though.
the cinema that me and my son go to. Every time I line up, we always get popcorn and a drink,
Yeah.
and they go chili cheese dog, and they're like the chili's inside.
I'd be interested to know if you. We didn't really eat.
What? He's frozen.
Sorry, mate, to interrupt you.
That's okay.
I was just saying, we didn't really eat hot dogs here, but I'm interested to know if you know so much about biltong. What is the big sausage we eat here in South Africa? Do you know?
The big sausage that you eat. The big sausage that you eat. Well, I know in crickets it's Australian cock.
But if I watched a lot of cricket, I would probably take that as a burn. But I don't really watch a lot of cricket. So
I don't know. I don't know. No, tell me.
So it's a boerewors, if you know that. I'm trying to say it not in the big Afrikaans accent, like boerewors. But essentially that just translates straight to farm sausage. But it's that thick, chunky sausage. We eat that more than we eat hot dogs.
With ketchup?
So,
Tomato sauce?
yeah, always.
Okay.
Tomato sauce, mustard, fried onions. It's all good.
In Australia, we call it tomato sauce as well, but I've lived here long enough that I'm a ketchup guy now.
Yeah, I know you saying ketchup. But used to, when I first met you, you'd say tomato sauce.
Well, I have to say ketchup because if I'm in a shop and I go, can you put some tomato sauce on there? They'll put like marinara or something like that. Have you got any tomato sauce? They look at me weird. So you have to say the word ketchup to function in this society.
And vice versa in Australia. When I first went there, and you were like, you got to put a little tomato sauce. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, why?
It was like a meat pie or something.
Yeah,
You're
a bit
like,
of tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce. I was like, and then I had to say that when I wanted it.
I got these empanadas I'm into now called World Empanadas, which is up the road from here. The empanadas are excellent. But they try to sell it with chimichurri and they give like these different sauces where, mate, they're missing a beat. Tomato sauce on those babies.
Do we know what is the record for the longest continuously running eating contest in the United States? Is it the Nathan's?
I would just say...
Yeah, it's Nathan's. It's Nathan's since 1916.
I would just say the longest continuous eating competition in America would be the South.
Okay.
Like if you look
And they're winning.
if you look at the size of them, it feels like they haven't stopped doing the competition. It's just a perpetual competition that they keep doing over and over again.
They're
That's
just
because
not
of the warm
officially
weather.
sanctioned.
You can eat year round. In what year did the first World Eating Championship take place? I don't even.
I think
The first World Eating Championship took place in 2004. I don't know what Jim said though.
Oh, and he didn't say anything. He said something, but he never gives.
I would have mentioned the war.
Yeah. And in 2004, where was it at?
I don't know. I didn't have that on my notes. Sorry.
You just had a year,
Yeah.
so you knew the year, but you didn't think, I'll dig a little deeper.
Which fast food chain started the phenomenon of competitive eating challenges in 1980s? Is it Nathan's again? I think Okay.
No, it's not Nathan's.
That one actually, Jim mentioned it earlier. Not Crystals. What do you remember? What you mentioned?
White Castle.
That's it.
really.
White
Really,
Castle.
White
huh?
Castle.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense that people would use those for.
White Castle invented the hamburger. So you can say what you want about White Hamburger, but they invented hamburgers.
And then the last question here we have is, in 2005, Kobayashi and Sonia Thomas faced off in a legendary showdown in a hamburger eating contest hosted by which Major League Baseball team? Was it the Mets?
Mets.
The Texas Rangers.
Texas
they're back.
Rangers.
There
Oh,
you go.
Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers.
Rangers.
Incidentally, I'll give you a fun fact about. Well, maybe not fun.
Just a fact.
Just a fact. The Texas Rangers are the only Major League Baseball team to not have a pride game at their stadium where the players do pride.
I don't know if that's fun, but yeah, it's a fact.
No, but it's a thing.
It's a fact.
Well,
it's a sad fact.
Yeah, it's like people go, we shouldn't have. Well, then you shouldn't have the breast cancer day. You shouldn't have this day. You shouldn't have that day. So we could debate this all the time. But they're the only team.
This part of our show called Dinner Party Facts, we ask our guests to give us some fact, obscure, interesting about this subject that our audience can use to impress people. What do you got for us?
Well, let me tell you about the guy that was probably considered the first competitive eater, and that was a guy called Nicholas Wood, who lived in the 1600s. And the reason he was a competitive eater wasn't necessarily because he would eat against other people, but people would put wagers on him, and they would kind of bet on him to see, like, could he eat this amount of food, or he became a bit of a freak show, as they like to do back in the day. And we think now that he wasn't so much an athlete as he was just, he had like a mental deficiency, which they call polyphagia, which means that he doesn't actually feel, he never has the sensation of feeling full. And just to give you some stats on this guy, he was discovered once by like the guy who had become his manager when he was sitting in a restaurant. Well, I say a restaurant, like a tavern probably at that time in England. And this guy watched him eat 60 eggs, half a lamb, and about 5 pies, and then was still complaining afterwards that he was still hungry. And then after that, they kind of sent him on the road to kind of do these wagers. And there's this stories of him eating 84 rabbits in one sitting. He once ate an entire wheelbarrow full of tripe, which is essentially like a cow's stomach lining. It was pretty disgusting.
He wasn't very discerning either.
He also at one point, hey?
I said
have you ever eaten tripe?
I have eaten tripe, yes, of course. Yeah.
What else? I'm sorry, what else?
He also did a challenge once where they laid out puddings side by side across the London Bridge, and then he kind of just ate them in order right across the
bridge. Poor guy.
That's incredible.
He didn't know he wasn't hungry. He just kept eating.
Yeah, but he was probably a bit mentally ill as well. And people used to mock him.
All right.
I'd be his friend.
Are you guys gonna have an eating contest right now?
Yeah.
What with that? With a portion size of Taco Bell?
Just to see how fast he can eat it.
That's just bad food. That's not an eating competition.
Wait, no, but I think it's 3 tacos and how fast you can do it.
Fucking Taco Bell got rid of the quesarito, and we're having problems, me and Taco Bell right now. They have brought this new grilled cheese burrito that's quite good, where the cheese is grilled on the outside, which is not without its charms. But the quesarito was their finest product. Yeah. What are you doing?
So what are we doing here? Are you going to eat these?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Is this really what we're doing? We're having a competition?
I don't know. You about the food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's doing
it? There you go, Jack. Jack and I.
Kelly versus.
All right. Well, let's do it.
All right. What are you doing? Because I'm fasting today. But what's your eating competition you have to do?
Just to see who finishes faster and how fast Jack can do it. Because I'm not gonna win.
No, there should be a time limit. It's 3 tacos.
Oh, I'm not eating all 3.
Okay, so Jack is doing this.
Give me one taco. I'll show you how fast you can eat things.
Oh yeah, then perfect. Okay, if Jim does one.
Just one. This is.
Forrest, you want to have one? We can see who eats one taco the fastest.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
You can't beat me in this.
Is there sauce?
Mine's pouring at the end.
Cool, thanks, guys. I'll just.
You want Judy?
You want one?
Okay.
You don't have.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, do you want a taco? We'll get you one. Is there
I got this. I got a little Chucky bar here, so maybe I'll try.
Who's gonna start the
You
clock?
do your bar.
Should we have it?
I think Nick has to.
Off and that's part
Nick
of it?
has
No, I'm
to.
not going to put me face down the table.
No, like you have to like pick it up as part of it.
All right.
Oh yeah,
I'm just
okay.
gonna eat one leisurely.
Unstick it from the
I'll
plate.
do the stopwatch.
I gotta set mine like.
What?
Construct it nice.
Hit your hand on the table when you're done. All right, ready?
Hands off.
Oh, hands off. Okay, who's touching it? Everyone.
No one.
3, 2, 1, go.
I can't do it that fast.
8.5 seconds.
Oh my god! I was like, I'm eating.
I knew if we brought food, Jim would come. I just knew that this could happen.
I was like, I know I'm going to be eating fast. I look up and Jim was done. I was like, it is now. You should definitely do this, Jim.
Yeah,
like
you
after
should really
comedy.
do it.
How do you feel?
Fine. I loved it. I like eating fast. It tastes better.
All right. Nick, thanks for being here. Check out Nick's podcast, The Fantastic History of Food, everywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow him on Instagram at Food History Pod. Thank you, Nick Charlie Key, for being here.
Thanks, mate. You there?
Thank you guys for having me. What a pleasure.
Mate,
thanks, Jim. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being a good sport. Thanks for being on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ever at an eating competition and they say that you can't eat a taco in under 9 seconds, say, I don't know about that. All right, Australia.